This video essay will explore the townscape for a route in Oxford using Gordon Cullen's book The Concise Townscape to analyse the area. I started my route on Kate Street before turning right onto Holywell Street. At the end of Holywell Street I turned right onto Longwall Street. I then turned right and walked through the High Street for approximately 10 metres before turning left onto Merton Street and finishing my journey on Magpie Lane. Already we want to discover what is round the corner. A sense of here and there is already created by the narrowing of the pathway, followed by the open lighting at the end of the path. Through the use of gates and changing street terrain, we can see what is marked as a private space and what is marked as a public space. Furthermore, with the encouragement of mobility of pedestrians through the area, Gordon Cullen's concept of townscape, legs and wheels, has been met. After the Radcliffe camera, a change of facade and a recession of the buildings suggests to one that we are now in a residential area, with more cars and more pedestrians flowing through. When entering Holywell Street, one gets a feel of the kinetic unity in the area through the trees, the changing building facades, and the sense of the here and there yet again through the Turf Tavern alleyway. The curve of Holywell Street encourages one to discover what lies beyond the point of view. Furthermore, the intrinsic designs of the building and the lighting adds the natural characteristics of the area, giving the area a sense of identity. With many of the residential properties on Holywell Street having areas inside the house they extend out onto the street, Gordon Cullen states that the street has gone from an arid inside-outside statement to a comprehensive and dramatic linear market. Moving on to Longwall Street, the vegetation growing over the stone wall helps bring character and colour into the area, as well as clearly defining what is a public space and what is a private space. With darkness before the corner and light around the corner, we want to explore what is beyond the corner, creating a sense of adventure and willingness to carry on. The fluctuating skyline creates a sense of space, infinity and shock, as one sees the skyline where they might expect to walk. The change in the building texture provides the juxtaposition between the new and the old builds. Without any attempts to integrate the new build into the old build, Cullen describes this as a hopeless mixture of elements which turns into a dull chaos. The significant objects visible when you enter the High Street achieve distinction as they stand out from the general scene, creating landmarks. The multiple use of Oxford High Street as well helps eliminate zoning and segregation, as it encourages a range of uses in the area. The grand vista on Merton Street provides a sense of power to the area. It helps encapsulate how prestigious that area of Oxford really is. The recession of the building from the street as well as the fencing helps provide the building with a sense of significance and importance. The concept of here and there is yet again present, urging us to explore what is around the corner. The vegetation provides a juxtaposition in the area, as a street dominated by the same material and texture is being broken up by the trees in the background and the lighting. The difficulty in driving over cobbles makes them an obvious service for stationary cars, and discourages motorists to use Merton Street as a route, as cobbles are not a functional pattern for motor vehicles. The lack of motor vehicles encourages the movement of people in the area, either freely walking across the road or having a conversation. A sense of lack of time awareness is portrayed in Merton Street through the viscosity of people. With areas inside extending outside, Magpie Lane becomes fragmented and not just a long stone lane. It creates diversity. Modern and old builds as well integrate into one another seamlessly, as well as the nature over the walls. This helps create character in the area. The bluntness and vigour of the buildings at the end of Magpie Lane is decreased by the large windows either side, eliminating the feeling of loneliness in the area when one is walking through. The sense of here and there-ness is created in Magpie Lane, with darkness in Magpie Lane and lights on the High Street after Magpie Lane, which encourages you to leave Magpie Lane and explore the High Street. It is vital to include the sense of here-ness and there-ness in our Grandpont designs, as well as the intricacy of streets, buildings and lightings, as these are the key concepts of townscape that have helped give Oxford the identity and character it holds today. In addition, our design must have a notable landmark, whether that be the bridge or a new building.